to stop the video and start a new video because of the 15-minute limitation. So I have to stop the video again at 3:01. I'm going to continue where I left off. So because of the low income family status and immigrant status, there is that stereotype that, like my my family and my family or people who are in my neighborhood, sort of like in a way would fight for food, kind of like in a way, have to struggle for food and everything. So kind of like in a way would, the example I used in the previous video was like, on that last piece of food on the plate, and fighting to see who get that last piece of food on the plate, or there's that last bowl of rice in the rice pot and fighting to see who get that last bowl. So like in a way, it's just so it would be really hard to picture me talking about nutrition. I should be fighting for food, not talking about nutrition. So I felt like there's that stereotype. And anyway, I'm gonna go back to, so basically there's that whole argument that why am I in nutrition 101. So okay, so pretty much I'm just gonna start from my high school year, then to, because it's right after I graduated from high school year, then I took that nutrition 101. So I'm gonna start from my high school year. So it was because it was during that, there was all these talks and about high school sports team. There's like people who try to make it for the high school sports team and try out. Will either they just work themselves so much. During the tryout, they throw up all over the place and like all just fainted and all of that. It's just so much pressure and everything, and it's like, and some even couldn't make it to the trial, killed themselves. It's like there's all these talks about it. It's like high school sports team. It's like, so like I was just like, and it's so coincident that somehow I got recruited to high school sports team, and it's like, and I didn't have to go through the tryout also. So it's like, and then another coincidence happened. There were multiple times where the coaches call out my name, and the whole high school sports team start applauding and start cheering out my name and things like that. And it was just like, but all those talk about high school sports team, it's like, like people who work, have so much pressure and work themselves until they fainted or they throw up all over the place, and or even commit suicide. And here I am, right in the center of attention with the coach calling out my name, and my teammates cheering out my name and applauding me, and everything is just so contradicting and everything. It's like, just really contradicted scene. It's just like, I mean, because I was, according to the low income family status and immigrant status, I'm supposed to fighting for food, not competing in the high school sports team, and especially with all those talks about, all this pressure making those athletes, it's like fainted during the tryout, or throw up all over the place, or even commit suicide and everything. So it's like, so what CD's seen as very contradicted, and where like I was saying, like, like the coach called out my name, and my teammates start cheering out my name and applauding for me and everything. So it's just very contradicted scene, like. So at the same time, there were another contradicted scene. I remember it's just like, kind of like in a way, it's okay. So kind of like, it's my last year of high school. Like I was just saying that, just to go with the contradiction scene one time, since it's my last high school year. Remember, okay, this might be, okay, so I'm looking at the clock right now. Okay, there's some minute left. Okay, so anyway, it's just, well, anyway, I decided to go with the contradiction scene. So I remember just tell the man at my, like, the coach assigned it a student as the manager. Okay, the two high school sports team I'm in is Mission Bay High School wrestling team and Mission Bay High School men's tennis team. And in the men's tennis team, the coach assigned it a student as the manager, and her name is Angela. So I remember I was telling Angela that, it's my last year, and I'm gonna leave, like with as the top player in the league and things like that. So it was just for once. I just went with the contradiction scene. It's like, but it just so happened right when I say that everything just went haywire and everything. Everything just start collapsing on me. It's like, I mean, I kind of wanted to go back and probably just should just not say anything that day. It was just like, So it just started collapsing on me. Everything just started collapsing. Right, it's just so coincident. Right after I say that line to Anja that day was just pretty much was just telling her that it's my last year. I'm gonna leave the tennis league as the number one player in the league, and it's all of a sudden there's all this accusation against me that I am bullying the new coach, and I am not following the coach routine practice, and it's just this things keep accusation keep happening to me. And remember there was a few coach come up to me. It was his name. What's going on? Why there's all this accusation against you? And it's like, and I was like, I pretty much I just didn't know like what it just start collapsing on me, just like, and then just so another coincidence happened. I remember it was just so all these things keep collapsing on me, and this like one heavy rain day I was riding my bicycle back to my house and had this really bad bicycle accident, and remember just, and then I remember show up to the coach the next day, and it's like, and then to the men's tennis team coach, and I was, and then the coach is like, come on, stop with this, it's like first you create all this problem, and now you're making this scene, pretending you're injury because you just couldn't, just so that you could upset the team, kind of like in a way, just coach. So I remember just all this start happening just because of, kind of like I would just want to take it back that day. Maybe it was just sort of like in a way, I really don't